Here's a short and sweet daily abundance meditation that I encourage you to fill out, and you're going to put it into some format that you can look at and read every morning and every evening. Let's break down the 5 elements of this meditation. What we want to identify is the exact amount of money that we're going to be making, and by a certain date in a certain time frame, with a specific plan that we have, what we're going to give in return for receiving that, and the feeling we will have upon receiving it. But what I want you to do here is identify each of these, and we're going to break down why to identify each of these, and then we're going to put it into a type of sentence that you can say every day for maybe for the rest of your life, because remember, where attention goes, energy flows. This one's specifically around money and income. However, we have tons of different types of prompts like this that we might encourage you to use in the form of a type of affirmation, a customizable affirmation. This is one specifically around welcoming money, and this is the easiest, surefire way of creating the mental real estate, or creating a clear idea in your mind of what you're wanting to, quote unquote, manifest or bring about into this world. And according to the meditation, according to your particular affirmation, we're going to create something that's very specific for you, that's actually going to allow your mind to start to see every opportunity to make this sentence exist in real life for you. So what we want to do with identifying the income is, rather than just picking arbitrary random numbers, is we want to identify what is the specific amount of money I want to be making by a specific date. Now, this wouldn't be, I want to make 6 figures by, I don't know, January. No, we want to say, I'm going to make $108,000 by January 17th, or whatever the case might be. I want you to pick a number, amount of income, with a specific date, and then the plan. Now, an example of the plan might be you have your holistic wellness business, and in order to make, let's just go with a simple number here. If you are looking to make, say, $30,000 in the next 30 days, then you'd say, $30,000 by the date, do 30 days later, and the plan might be you might need to make 8 sales, say, to get $30,000, or modify the numbers as needed. And so the plan would be by selling X amount of X type of service, or X type of offering that you have, or X amount of trainings, X amount of clients, X amount of students, whatever the case may be. Whatever your specific plan is that you have the opportunity you've created for that money to actually come in. And then what are you going to give in return for it once you get that money? Money is not meant to just sit in your account so that you have some false sense of security. That's not what we're doing here. That's not going to be helpful for you in any way, shape, or form. What we want to do is identify, what are you going to do in return for receiving this money that's coming in, specifically around charitable acts, specifically around how you can improve the quality of lives of others. This doesn't include what you're paying your employees for, or whatever expenses that have to be there. This is like, what are you actually going to do that's amazing with that money? And then what is the feeling, I would say the feelings, that are going to be present in your mind and in your heart when you actually receive that amount of money. And then we're going to break it into this framework here. So the framework is, I feel so, feeling that I make income by X date through plan so that I can return. Here's an example of what that might look like. I feel so grateful, relieved, and peaceful that I will make $48,000 by January 15th, 2024 through helping busy professionals overcome decision fatigue so that I can provide for cow sanctuaries and charities. That would be an example of if you were to put these 5 pieces together. So we have the feelings that are involved. And this, don't overlook this. Make sure you're actually identifying a feeling and emotion, as opposed to, it'd be good. I'd be good when it, no, it's like, don't be vague. Don't use seemingly meaningless words. Use descriptive emotions. That I will make specific amount by specific date through plan, helping busy professionals overcome decision fatigue, or obviously whatever your plan is. I mean, you can even be more specific, by helping 12, let's say, by helping 8 busy professionals overcome decision fatigue with my 8-week training. something like that, so that I can return, provide for cow sanctuaries and charities. And if you have something specific, you can name it for X cow sanctuary and X charity. Write this down and then put it on your screensaver. Have it somewhere that you can be reading off and looking at every single day. At the bottom, you put it on the lock screen as well as the background, and it's something you can be looking at every single day. Put it on a note card, put it on a piece of paper, and look at it every day, because I'll say it again, where attention goes, energy flows. What you're putting your time and attention on is what you value, and the places that you're placing your attention are the areas in which your mind is going to find opportunities to make that thing exist in real life. The more you say something, the more the mind tries to justify that and try to find ways to justify what you're saying. So in this way, let us create the reality that you are wanting to exist. And as opposed to just being woo-woo and manifesting, and I'm just going to say it out loud. No, you don't just say it out loud. You say it out loud so you can focus on it, so that you can commit to doing the activities that are going to allow this to exist. But we won't even know what you want to exist until you've identified this. So I feel so happy, relieved, and inspired now that I have made $42,000 by March 7th through helping single mothers balance their lifestyle and maintaining their children, helping 8 single mothers, so that I can give to the trauma center nearby 10% of my income in return for my appreciation. That whatever it might be, you create something for yourself. But these are some examples here. And once you have created yours, make sure you put it on some tangible form that you can be looking at and reading every single day.